I'd pick the 49ers. I haven't picked the Falcons to win a game yet. Just because, but they're, again, I like what I see based on the improvement in the trenches. But if Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson aren't out there, now you're down to Drake London. Olamide Zaccheaus was a 4 last year. He's your number 2. You've got 2 running backs that have maybe 40 carries between them in their careers. And Marcus Mariota, a journeyman guy. I mean, like I said, you start rolling down this, and you're like, how are they even staying in games? And if you're a Falcons fan, it should make you feel really good about the staff that's in place and that they are able to patchwork together enough of a roster to be competitive every single week. But no, the 49ers, they're a better team, a better roster, and they should win this game.
Well, if the Falcons keep this one close, that'll probably be a big boost to them. I wonder how the Niners will feel if they win a squeaker against the Atlanta Falcons. But if so many injuries, I guess, a win's a win.
They'll feel pretty good.
They'll feel pretty good.
The Falcons were robbed of a chance. They're the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not going to say they were going to go down and
what
score.
What happened last week was disgusting.
It was disgraceful.
It was disgraceful.
They were robbed of a chance in order to go and try and win a game that they were trailing 21-0 to Tampa Bay on the road.
Because the NFL's trying to make it seem like they're protecting quarterbacks.
They were getting the doors blown off them in LA and came back and had the ball and a chance to win at the end. This isn't an easy W for anybody right now. And if San Francisco comes away with the win, they are favored to do so. It doesn't matter how. They should feel good about it.
Here's how you beat the Niners. Just don't beat yourself. Baker Mayfield threw a pick 6. That was the game. Even if you suck on offense, go back and watch what Denver did. Denver did nothing on offense the entire game, but they just hung around and they let Jimmy beat himself. And Jimmy will do it.
You know what Denver did? They played great defense, and they had a punter that was dropping it in like a pitching wedge.
All day. If the Falcons can do that, they got a chance, because everyone's acting like Jimmy's turned a new leaf, maybe, but he threw one that hit a Panthers DB in the chest last week. You just got to catch the ones that he gives to you, and don't beat yourself, because you're not going to beat the Niners, but they can beat themselves, and they do it. They've done it twice this year already. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if you can lose to the Bears, you can lose to anybody.
Oh yeah.
But this team is the 49ers are good enough in defense to be in any game, to beat any team, but they're not good enough in offense to go ahead and just chalk up W's against anybody. It should be a good game. I'm hoping for one that's a little more aesthetically pleasing than that Broncos 49ers game we watched.
Yeah.
And I think it will be. I think Garoppolo has gotten some time under his belt. He's playing better than he was in that first game. I think that was, if it wasn't his first start, it was close. Coming back, and he's playing better. And the Falcons are an entertaining team. They're not a good team yet. There's way too many holes. Again, if you go to Spot Rack and sort by active contracts, they are DFL. At $108 million in active contracts with about $80 million in dead cap money. This was a 2-year teardown that Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot took on. The rebuild starts in earnest in 2023.
A lot of people out here asking, like, is this a trap game potentially? I don't think it is. The Niners are 3-2. I mean, they haven't proven anything. They lost to Denver 3 weeks ago, and they see that the Falcons came this close to beating the Bucs last week. So I think we're going to see the best of both teams. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could think of it as a trap game because, okay, if I look at the power rankings, the Falcons are still 27, 26. Right. Marcus Mariota, that doesn't scare me. Patterson's out. Pitts is out. These guys play hard. They really do. And they've played everybody within a score so far. You're going to get a fight. You're going to get a fight out of this team. And like I said, that's the culture change. This isn't a good team yet by any stretch of the imagination. But they're going to fight, and that's the culture change that you're trying to install is no more freaking excuses. I don't care if you're the Atlanta Falcons and you falcon up every game. I mean, that's a verb around here. That's an adjective. You falconed it up again, didn't you? That's the culture change.
Let me tell you a stat before we leave. This stat's going to probably surprise Niner fans, but maybe it won't surprise you. Offensive points per game, estimated. This is not pick sixes or stuff you score on special teams or defense. Just offensive points per game. Atlanta, 14th in the league at 21.4. 49ers, 21st in the league at 19. You could actually argue that the Falcons have the better offense, not the more talented offense, but the more productive offense. Actually, it's a fact. It's a fact, and it's hard to understand why.
I think part of it has been the teams they've played.
Okay.
You've played the Rams. Their defense wasn't very good. The Saints defense wasn't very good. The Cleveland Browns were missing 3. You've seen Cleveland's defense. It's poor. They haven't faced anybody as good as the Denver Broncos defense. We can poke fun at Denver Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson all you want.
That defense legit.
That Denver defense is freaking good.
Yes, it
really
is.
Good. And especially if you're starting in the shadow of your own goalposts every game. So in a 5-game sample size, you get one game like that, it's going to knock you down a lot as far as points go. Over the long haul, the injuries, they start piling up in the depth. That's where that $100 million of missing payroll starts adding up. Mm-hmm. And on a long enough sample size, this will be by far, even with the injuries, by far the best defense the Falcons have faced.
Yeah. Niner fans like to say that the salary cap doesn't exist because the Rams always find ways to finagle it. But talk to Falcons fans about that. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Where it can be maneuvered is if the guys that you are extending are still productive.
Right.
If they're still good. Then you can push that dead cap number and move it 5 years and all that and let that play itself out down the line. But when I'm given a $50 million signing bonus to an inside linebacker who doesn't want to play anymore, when I keep restructuring Matt Ryan's contract so that he's got a $60 million dead cap every single year, and then I'm letting him get sacked 45 times a season.
Yeah.
Julio Jones was washed up and injured, hasn't been playing in 3 years.
Yeah.
The Falcons traded him for a second-round pick and $30 million in dead cap money.
Oh.
So, again, it works with your young players coming with restructures who are still productive and still good. That's when the salary cap isn't really an issue. But as they start to decline, you better damn well hope that dead cap number is coming down.
So whoever put together that got fired, is what you're telling me.
Thomas Dimitroff
Thomas.
Criminally negligent with Arthur Blank's money. Criminally. If I had wasted a tenth of what he wasted on that stuff, it was criminally negligent.
Official BNA Music 88 says, are you getting wings from King of Diamonds? Well, my wife is flying in tonight, so I'll have to talk to her about that and see if maybe we can get a 2-for-1. Thank you very much.
I am not getting wings at King of Diamonds. That one I can tell you. I've never even heard of King of Diamonds.
Me neither, but I can guess what it is. I'm probably going to go for the thighs, not for the wings. I'm more of a, drums and thighs, kind of a drums and thighs.
You struck me as a thigh guy.
I do like thighs. I'm talking about chicken.
Quick, I expect San Francisco to win a hard-fought, even if there's long stretches. The Falcons have gone long stretches where they look like they're either going to run away or get run away from. And at the end, there's final possession type of game. They're not great in the red zone. I would expect a lot of field goals. You're looking something like 19-16, one of those odd scores again.
19-16. I would love to see the 49ers fans melt down just in the middle of a close game. That'll be fun. 19-16, I like it.